Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. This is our review for Belle Collective and Ready to Love. The foolishness going on over the weekend or whatever. Okay, I hope everybody's having a great weekend, a great Sunday. It is hot as hell here in Detroit. It is warm. It's cold in my apartment, but I'm just saying. It's very warm outside, so I'm just tired. Okay, I'm just a little bit tired and I want to relax. So I'm not going to be on camera too much today. Okay, if y'all do not know, I was already live earlier for Love at the Lockup. So go back and check that video out later. And I will be late. I will be live tonight at 11 p.m. for the live after show chit chat about P Valley. Okay, if you have not seen P Valley, it was a good episode. It was. So I cannot wait to chit chat with y'all about that later on tonight. Okay, but other than that, y'all, we are here to talk about these two shows and stuff. Okay, so please make sure that you have subscribed to my channel to become a whole JayBird, and Don. Okay, Don, and around here, there's what else? Oh, follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG and on Twitter because I'll be always posting on there. And y'all know to like the video, comment in the comment section because this is the conversation and whatnot. Okay, and y'all know to share the video and also to what? Wait, like, comment, share, subscribe. I think that's everything. I think that look while I am here. I at least changed, I put on a different outfit than what I had on earlier when I did, what did I do? Life or Love at the Lockup. But again, I'm trying to chill out today, so bye. Anyway, but I hope everybody's enjoying their Sunday around here. So hello to everyone that's watching this live. Hello to everyone who's watching the replay. Okay, because that is the thing to do. Hello, ma. That is my mama. Or whatever. Okay, so hey. Now, I just want to get into what it is to get into because after I get this done, I can go chill out. Okay, I can go chill out for the rest of the day. Anyway, let's start with Ready to Love. Let me pull up my Ready to Love graphics that I did. Now, all of these shows coming on Fridays, I just need them to stop. Okay, I really want them to know that sometimes it's just too much. It's just too much, okay? And when it's too much, nobody got time for that. No one has time for that or whatever, okay? And since I'm small in the corner right here, I'll pop on screen and whatnot. But I just feel like I'm trying to just start chilling on the weekends. That way I don't do too much. I'm drinking so much water. So much water. So much water. Trying to make sure to get in my good old water intake and whatever, because I'm just thirsty. You finally call a live? Well, yes, we are live around here. Okay, live around here. Hey, Queen. Hey, yeah, both of these shows, because Belle Collective is only in season 2, but Ready to Love, this is like it's really season 7. They really was skipping over the fact that it was a whole season that was like at a resort. I don't know why they think we don't remember that season, but we do. Okay, so it's really season 7. We're gonna let them say it's season 6. Okay, but so whatever. But again, let's start with Ready to Love because I feel like, it's easier to discuss. So the people around now, okay, of course my thing is frozen. I hate when that happens. When the nozzle part is frozen, you can't suck no water out. That ain't no wrong. Who doesn't want to suck the water out? I know that sounds perverted. I'm not going to be perverted. I'm just saying, when it's a sports bottle and you want to get the water out, damn it. Well, thank God I got 2 bottles. Anyway, so we have April, Justice, Sharice, Sampson, Kayla, Looney, Devin, Shakira, I think Shakira, Swayze, Brandy, Randall, Dominica, Jamala, Mike, Katie, Alonzo, Trinika, and LJ. Okay, now y'all can see some people I got new photos of, and some people I did not get new photos of because some of them don't. Why the other bottle frozen too? This body stopped freezing. I need to stop freezing my water bottles before my lives. Okay, and I can't get it open or nothing. That's why I need a man around talking here. I'm trying to get myself together. Okay. Being from the South, I'm loving seeing different shows, highlight southern cities, Jackson, Atlanta. Yes, it's a good thing that we're getting to see other cities and not just, the random towns that are like really, really popular. We're just seeing different things. I'm so dumb I wasn't thinking, girl, take the damn top off. You can drink the water out the damn top. See how my mind not working sometimes? So anyway, we find out it's a whole little brunch between all of them. Now Looney, who's up in the corner, okay, top right with the braids, she tested positive for COVID. So she is not going to be participating this week. I was like, but if you got COVID, ain't you supposed to sit out for like 14 days? But again, she don't have no real symptoms or whatever. But again, so she out this week, but whatever, okay? But Tommy lets all of them know, hey, someone is going to be going home this day after this brunch, okay? So make sure that y'all around here talking and chit-chatting and getting to know whoever, because everyone ain't gonna be here when we go home, okay? And I was like, well, Tommy, okay. So we do see Sharisa. Look, I think it's Sharice. I don't know. But Sharice was around there talking to everybody, okay? Because as she said, I almost went home yesterday. So I want to talk to all the men and see, all of them talk to me or whatever. And look, I don't have an issue because you want to be around here having conversations with everyone. My issue was they showed it like she was interrupting other people's conversations to get her time in. And I was like, girl, for whatever reason. And, for the most part, it was Shakira whose conversation she seemed to keep popping into. Sharice was live on IG one day last week. It was her and Devin. And they was on, you can look. You can tell they're not really savvy with social media or the internet, if you ask me, because it was just weird. Okay, it was a good time. But I asked her, are you a mean girl? Because you were sitting around there chit-chatting, jaw-jacking, and teasing Dominica. So are you a mean girl? Okay, or what's going on? And I'm not a mean girl. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to be funny. I was just making jokes. This is my thing. You're a mean girl. Because the way you did it was mean girl-ish. Okay, and even on this episode, where later on she was like, when I was really joking, you know what I'm saying? Was it on here or maybe it was on, I can't remember, but at some point anyway, she said she was joking. She had been drinking. It may have been her live, but she was joking. She had been drinking or whatever. She thought she was being funny, breaking the ice, but she didn't. It wasn't like that. But also, she don't care what other people think about her. And I was like, I don't like it. It made me mad. Okay, and I just feel like if you saw it back, you had to see it came off like a mean girl moment. So when you're on IG talking and someone asked you specifically, "Are you a?" I forgot how I worded the question. It was like, "Are you a mean girl?" Because of the way you were teasing Dominica in that one scene. And her explanation to me wasn't a real explanation. It was more of I said what I said, you know what I'm saying, and I don't know how you feel about it. Then you're a mean girl because that's mean girl behavior, okay? But I was like, whatever. But Shakira felt like Sharisa, is it Sharice? Girl, what's her name? I think it's Sharice. She felt like she doing too much, okay? Doing too much at all times. Now, we see a conversation between Justice, LJ, Dominica, and Kayla. Now, I already don't like Justice. I feel like I said that last time that I felt like he is so used to being raised by women, meaning he's used to getting attention from women, that the ice broke, that he just allows whatever to be whatever. So in talking, Kayla say, and Kayla's the one in the middle, and the white and brown. Kayla says how when she's single, she dates multiple people. I agree with Kayla. If you are a single person and you are not in a committed relationship while dating, you can be dating multiple people to see which one person you want to be, exclusive with. I don't see any issue in that. And Justice gonna say, well, I don't believe in like dating multiple people and spending money dating people. Saying, you know what I'm saying? He said you don't have to spend money on dates. And he does not spend money on dates with anyone unless he's acting like interested in them. And then it's like, well, how do you get to know someone and be interested in them unless y'all are going out on dates? And he said, well, I can show someone I like them without spending any money on them. I just have to spend time with them. But sir, where are we spending time at enough for you to get to know me enough to want to date me and be with me? Because you can't say we friends hanging out, I'm paying for my meals, you paying for your meals, or we're somewhere where it's not even like a date. I don't get that. And it's like he was saying it with such conviction, like, she crazy to think people. I was like, no, sir, you sound ridiculous. You sound goddamn fool. Because in order to get to know someone, you don't have to go out and be balling out every day, every week on dates. But hey, you may have to pay $100 or $200 for a meal here and there. We might have to hit a little carnival, little walking and talking to, get to know each other. I just felt like he was making it seem like I'm not about to spend any damn nickel, dime, penny, quarter, dollar, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100 bill on anyone because I don't have to. And when this fool said that there's no time frame to when he will realize that he's interested in someone, because it could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be in 10 years. I said, nigga, 10 years? What? I said, how? What? And the crazy part is he's such an attractive man when he's shutting the fuck up. But once he gets to talk, I'm like, that's why you single. That's exactly, look, people are single for lots of different reasons. Some people just are really looking for somebody who's not full of shit. And so you are okay being single while looking for someone who's not full of shit. Other folks are single because they're like Justice, they full of shit. Just again, he's a homosexual. He might be. Because how else are you spending time with people and getting to know them unless you just at their house just doing nothing to nothings? Justice, he should have set this one out. If you're cheap, just say you're cheap. I agree. Justice probably used women spending money. Yes, he probably used to women spending money on him because he did not say he didn't date. Justice seems like them weird type always asking women, well, what do you bring to the table? Nigga, I brought the table. All you brought was a question. That was it. He don't have no money. He might not. None at all. He's a perpetual F-boy who on Netflix and chill your ass. I ain't got Netflix. Can't come over here. I forgot what he does for a living. They're all like employed in some sort of way. So I don't think he's like an unemployed person, but I can't remember exactly what he does. Right, bringing dick in a smile. Dick in a smile. And my thinking, you can buy dick from the store. So men these days really have to come with more than the penis, because women, anybody can buy a sexual toy for sexual gratification from any store or Candy's bedroom candy store. So no one even needs you for that anymore, sir. And how you act, I don't even want it from you. You're stupid. Just stupid. So Kayla, again, who's in the middle, was like, "Oh yeah, that's that Miami bullshit." You know what I'm saying? That's I'm over it. So she's already over his crap because he is on the B of the S. Okay, now we see Dominica, because Dominica is sitting right on the side, beautiful woman. Okay, so we see with Dominica, Mike, and what was it? Yeah, Dominica, Mike, and Sharisa. Whatever her name. Is this Sharisi? I can't pronounce her name. It may just be Cherie, and not maybe adding stuff to it. It may just be Cherie. I don't remember. But they sitting around there. Dominica, who almost went home that last episode. Sharisa, who almost went home last episode. And then Mike, who, you know what I'm saying, is a handsome man around here. Dominica all day has been asking the men, why was I in the bottom too? What did I do? What happened? Now she's not saying it in any mean, rude, aggravating way. She's just asking them in general, like what's going on or whatever. Okay. But I do wish she would have focused less on asking them why she almost went home and tried to connect with them just in general. Okay. Because at this point, you almost went home, but you still here. So leave that where it was, and yesterday. But I felt like she could not leave alone, and they not getting to know you. All you ask them is about what happened before. So I sitting there, she asked Mike, so why was I in the bottom too? And then Sharisa asked this, say, you know what? You need to tone it down. Okay, you really need to tone it on down. You're very loud. You like my eardrum when and I'm like, shut up. I don't like her. I do not like people who, in my opinion, come off as snooty and rude and mean girl ish. We too old for mean girl endings. But every season we have one or two mean girls, and she is already came off like someone, in my opinion, who thinks she's better than and who feel like what I'm saying, she don't really have to battle with these chicks. She just here, she don't get why, because she's the B is me. She's the A, the B, the C, and the D, all the way to Z. Dominica, in my opinion, she wasn't even loud. And when she's like, I'm not even trying to be like my voice is just that's my voice. I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be that. That's just my voice or whatever. So I like the fact that she seemed genuine in her approach to talking to people. But that's a good thing and a bad thing, because most of the men felt like she was the homie. So I do feel like sometimes we as women, if we are to, what's the word? Because I like Dominica. I really, really do. But I could also understand when we're so cool, calm, and laid back, sometimes that can come off like, oh, you one of the guys. Even though you are very much so a woman within your womanly power, there's sometimes men are just too blind to see that, it does not have to be about sex appeal all the time for the woman to be attractive. So I'm not saying it's her fault. I'm saying men sometimes are just too stupid to realize I'm just cool, but I'm still a woman. So, Mike just stayed, in the middle and said whatever and left whatever. So when we see, well, let me see. I think, the dude, Justice Girl, if he played this, I don't want to go. First got her on Ready to Love talking about not wanting to spend no money on women. Because he may be the first or second broke one. I actually like Dominica, although none of the men were feeling her as a partner. They did all like her as a friend, and not all of the ladies were able to even do that. None of them were. And that's why I always feel like they send people home too fast, because you do not give people a chance to really get to know anyone. You hear me? She reminds me of Ashley from DC. I'm still mad at Ashley. I still don't like her. Okay, she still gets on my nerves. She still won't take any accountability. She pissed me off. Monique pissed me off. They all still piss me off. Anyway, pretty girls who go low. And the crazy part about it is, well, what? I think it's Sharisa. I don't know. But the bad thing about it is, I think she know it. She knows it, and that's just how she is. That's just how she, and it's aggravating. Okay, Mike was sitting there like he didn't say anything about Dominica. I think he did not want to get involved because he probably felt like it ain't my fight. And when he said how both of these women, Dominica and old girl, mean girl, um, are both these strong-willed, bold women, I felt like I don't want to, I don't, I don't want to battle. I'm let them talk it out because even though Dominic was asking him, Sharisa girl was the one who gave the reason. Well, you got to calm it down. And I'm like, I don't think the men had any issue with how loud her voice may seem. She just came off so cool. It was like she's a friend. So again, Sharisa, shut up, okay? So we do see Tommy talking to the ladies about who they like, who they don't like, or whatever, and what's not. Was it no the men? The men. As the men, who they like, who they don't like. Now, Mike said he does not vibe with Jamala. You know, uh, Justin says he did not like Kayla because she came up aggressive and going back and forth about me dating because she did not want to put up with your bullshit. So it also aggravates me when the men say you don't like someone who basically challenges your bullshit. That's all she like. You don't want to date and pay for dates. I don't want to be talking to you. That's all it was. Okay, get out my face. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like you. Let's move on. Okay. Wait. He give off the same vibe. Who do? Mike as Sharisa girl. Mike is just as bad as Justice. Both are not emotionally available. Oh, is he? Look. So this is my opinion on Mike. I feel like Mike is in the wrong group of people. Mike is in his 40s. He is divorced. His children are older. So I do feel like I don't think that he's not emotionally available. I think Mike don't really want anyone there, in my opinion. I also feel like Mike does not really want more children. And the fact that a lot of the women there are younger, he can't connect with them because he's lived a different life. I think sometimes what happens on these shows when you put men, let's this for example, when you have men of a certain age and or women of a certain age on a dating show with people who are 10 years their junior, that creates a different environment because a woman who is in her 40s, for example, and men on the show who are in their 30s who probably want kids, a woman may not really be wanting kids in her 40s. Vice versa for Mike, who's older and in his 40s, with kids are who are at least in their teenagers or like 20. He don't want more kids. So I don't think he's not emotionally available. I think he's not trying to waste his time with someone who he know he ain't trying to get him no kids. He isn't. But we're gonna get into that a little bit later. Sharisa, whatever that girl name is, gives me colorist. She can be a colorist. I can see that. I can see where you get that notion from. I also feel like she just purely thinks she's better than. And I also feel like she thinks she's better than with the men and the women. Not just one. Trisky, oh come on now, Gamma Ray. Yes, she think girl got hair. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna watch that today. I gotta watch that. You're just a you. Think you're better you. Anyway, that. But it's just whatever. I think Mike is going with the flow. And this is the thing also. This is like 1 or 2 days in. So like I don't really want to fully like, oh, this is what they are. Because we ain't seen enough to really deep dive into shit except with Justice. Justice and Sharice are the only two I feel like they've shown enough of that we have an idea of how they could be. Mainly because of what they said. I think with everyone else, we just haven't seen them say or do too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm 36 with 1 kid, and my son is starting college. I would rather eat my own left arm than to start over. But I like other people's kids. Yeah, so that's a vibe I got from Mike. Mike does not willingly want to have more children with just anybody. You know what I'm saying? I think his choice would be, I don't want more kids. So that's what it is, okay? But I'm like, whatever. But anyway, so again, Justin says Kayla. Then mostly all the guys say how Dominica is a homie, okay? And what did piss me off about Mike's like, we from Miami. So we see women like Dominica all the time. And I'm like, the fuck does that mean? What does that? So that when he said that, that angered me. It angered me, even though I understood it. But it's the fact that he made it seem like, well, she ain't nothing special, so that's why, it ain't that big of a deal. And I was like, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. But I also get, because that could be what he's always seen. He's tired of what he's always usually dating. He wants something different. But I was like, you're pissing me off. You're pissing me off. Okay, kiss my butt. Anyway, now they say that Sharisha, I'm not gonna ever. Is this Sharia, the ex lady? Okay, they say she did change up a bit, but they don't know if she was being genuine, because it felt like she was popping in, popping out, and like, who's next? Who's next? Who's next? And she was. But y'all allowed her to do that. Now I already knew who was gonna go home, but we seen the scene with the ladies talking. And with the ladies talking, I'm like, they seeing that Cherie girl for what it is. And so when the Cherie's girl said how she wonders why she was in the bottom, because this is what she said. This is what light skin said. Okay, light skin said, I'm gonna call her light skin. Sharisa said, I'm a catch because I have a lot going for myself. I bring the whole table. I don't have to bow down to a man or cater to him because I'm older. I don't have to treat a man like he's a prize when I pay my own bills. Now, Kayla was offended mostly because she feel like, what the fuck you mean? Like, how are you here with the mind frame that you don't need a man, but you expect the men to want you? That ain't how it works. Now, I feel, because she said she feel like, as a woman, I'm a helpmate to the man. So I feel like I was made to help him. Now, I get that, but I'm like, tread that shit lightly, okay? Tread it real, real lightly. So when Shakira brings up how earlier it was weird that Teresa walked up asking what did Randall do to earn them making him a plate, was that offended? Because Kayla made Randall a plate. And we seen Sharice walk, oh, he must be a king. He ain't no king. Da, 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 da. So we seen all that shit happen. So I think that's why Kayla was offended, because like, you talking about me. Like, I'm the one around here having to, you know what I'm saying, bend to the wheel to a man, and that ain't what it is. And so Kayla, like, you know what I'm saying, that was on some bullshit. Like, I felt like I was supposed to make him pay. I said, hold on now, Kayla. Hold on. You did not have to make that man a play. Now, if you wanted to, because you like him and you want to just kind of, okay, well, you want to, cool. But I do feel like you don't have to make, like, you didn't have to do that. You wanted to do that. So I like, you know what I'm saying? That's what, but say it for what it is, okay? But Sharisa just making it seem like, oh, well, I was joking. You know, I was trying to compliment the women, you know what I'm saying? But I don't care how, their immaturity or how they took my comments. I don't care, because you're a mean girl. And that's what it is. Now, for me, for Shakira and for Kayla, I got them saying what you said was on some BS. We ain't like it. It seemed a bit shady. And I can see that. But I also feel like Kayla, I do not want Kayla to feel like that you have to, or like you're supposed to make a man a plate. That's a personal choice for you. Okay? Leave it for you. My sister Donna and I are 21 years apart. My parents, I don't start. Not around here. Okay. Wait. Or is the kitty folding table? Because a kitty folding table. What? I believe y'all alone. Let's see the facts that she is not commenting. Girl, the fact that she's not commenting with the men or the women says a lot. Yeah, she's a common denominator. Oh, connecting. Yeah. And it made me feel like she just there for the attention of it all. And that's really all that it was. Now, not surprisingly, I don't think we're surprised. The bottom two was again Sharissa or Sharisi and Dominica. And we're not surprised that Dominica was the one that went home. And she said how, I'm 42 years old. So I realized I might not be everyone's cup of tea here, especially the younger guys. And I'm like, that sucks. Now, we do also find out that a man will be going home at the end of the week. I guess so. But we see a little date. A little date between Jamala, a one-on-one date with Swayze. I still do not trust Swayze. I still feel like Swayze is up to no good. I still do. I feel like, she calls him out because he's the flirt. He's the flirt. And he knows he's the flirt. And he brings up how, well, I'm single. I'm single or whatever. So I don't be trying. I don't think it's an issue. But I also don't be trying to do too much. And I was like, but sir, I feel like you do too much and call it nothing, in my opinion. Now, he brings up how he's only been in like long-term relationships, meaning he'll be with someone like at least 2 years or more. He brings up how he was single for the past 3 years. People assume he's always about fun, and being playful, but he's really not. I'd be serious about this. I'm serious because my job is this. He's a firefighter, paramedic, and he makes it seem like he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He really wants a woman. He can be with for a long time, and blah 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 blah. Something about Swayze I don't trust. A part of me feel like Swayze uses his job as a firefighter. Who can talk shit about a person who run around here and burning buildings, okay, and saving lives? You can't say nothing about that kind of person because you just can't. You can't. And so a part of me feel like, does he use that as a common reason to not put up with stuff? Does he use that as a reason to when a woman does something real simple, when you can't be mean to me, you know what I'm saying? I deal with so much at my job. Oh, my job. Oh, my job. So because he keeps saying that, I feel like that's his reason to make me feel like, oh, he goes through so much. I got to be nice to him. I don't trust it. I just don't. And he may be a great guy. He may be, but I don't feel like he's shown himself to be. He just always. I just feel like he's. I feel like we're seeing his representative. Something about it, just don't sit well with me yet. That's what I think it needs to be. I don't know. Let me see. I feel like Sharice expected to not have to do a lot of work, and then the man would flock to her. She did, and I feel like that's why she keeps flocking to them, because I can't believe they come to me. Well, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They really lost one. Dominica, she would have been a good friend to the ladies and may have made at least one solid connection. I hate the fact that they send people home so soon. Because sometimes you can be friends with somebody at first and it blossoms into something else. I mean, but I also feel like Dominica did not put her best foot forward after being given a second chance. I wish she would have stopped asking why they tried to send her home and would have started trying to just connect with people, because that could be why they felt friend vibes from her and not anything more. But I do wish she would have stayed around. The only one that wants Sharice around is Devin, and she does checking for him now that she got to know him more. Okay, they need to have a right to love, no kids edition, free win. That that would be good. That really would. They should have a season. I don't care about the age range, but people who don't want kids. Because whether you 30 or 50, if everyone there is aware they don't want kids, whoever there, that won't be a deal breaker. So I do wish, that could be a possible. Like you say, everybody don't want kids. No, because you either already have kids or you just don't want any. Because I feel like that's a big conversation to also have with someone. If I already have kids and I don't want no more, but you don't have any, but you want some, that cancels out y'all from dating. If everyone there, at least on that one thing, is on the same accord, like we no one here wants kids, whether they already have them or don't. That's the one thing that isn't a deal breaker with all the cast. Okay, but I'm gonna let that be. Swayze is giving. He should be on Airboy Island business night. Yes, yes. And I don't mean it in a way to where he like, you know what I'm saying, is an asshole, but I just don't see him looking for a relationship. I see him as a handsome man with a great body, with a career that is attractive, and all of that on him looks suspect for no other reason besides of how he comes off. And again, he could be great because again, I have not seen much of him, but this is just the initial vibe I get off of him. Okay, so their little date or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He like, I think me and her could be friends, you know what I'm saying? And if we can get past the friendship, you know what I'm saying, there could be more. I don't see it for Swayze. I just don't. But let's move on from him. We see that Samson and Shakira have a date. Now, they had a conversation prior at the mixer, where she, I guess, opened up to him about her son, and whatever it was that she endured in life that seems to be a rough time. And he liked how much she opened up, and she liked how much he allowed her to open up in their conversation, and they like each other. They keep smiling, they keep cheesing, you know what I'm saying? They blushing, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I just want to look at you. You make me melt like chocolate. It was cute, okay? And it doesn't seem like lust, because we see people on the show who be lusting for each other. This seemed like puppy love with a stranger. Like I like you, but it's puppy love. You know what I'm saying? Um, and so I like it. But it's still new. It's still new. Okay. Anyway, she brings up how she likes that, he realized her son is really just an extension of her, and that they're a package deal. Okay. And he brings up how in his family that everyone has kids, so there's our talk about kids. He's okay, like we're talking about kids, there's all these things. And so they just have, like they said, we have this extremely organic, conversation, and they like each other. And I always say, if you cannot have this random conversation that goes from point A to point Z, um, you not doing things right. You want to have an organic connection, and this seemed like an organic, and it can go it can go left or right, but right now it seems cute. How she look at him is cute, how he look at her is cute, and I was like, and I was happy neither of them felt lustful after the other. I also like that both of them are also not like it's me and you forever. They're just open to this new connection between each other, and it's cute. It's cute because again, we don't know what's gonna happen later. We don't know. I think Swayze uses his job as a reason to not have committed relationships. Well, he said he's been in committed ships, but they would last a couple years and then leave it off. I think he used his job to not stay, to not stay in something that he may not be being the best person in. Meaning, if we're in a relationship and I'm not really doing my best, and she is upset because I ain't doing something right, I feel like he can use, I go through so much at work, I can't come home and deal with the next. No, nigga, if you around here doing something dumb, I'm going to call it out. Okay? For Swayze. Now, with Shakira and Samson, I like it. Okay? We'll see where that goes. Now, Sharisa sets up a group date. It was basically half of them cast at her house. And a part of me feel like she really just wanted to show them her house to floss. That's what I felt like. Because I'm like, I don't know. Now, Devin got there first. And she brought up how Devin got there first, but he did not bring anything to help. Like, he didn't bring anything. He came empty-handed. He wasn't really trying to help. At one point, so he went to the bathroom and it's like, did you poop? And then he maybe didn't need a seat. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Now, this is the thing about Devin. I may interview him because I sent him a DM. I sent him a DM after him and old girl was on live. And the crazy part is, when we talked, I talked to him Wednesday. I said, he like, let me know, when. But when they had these shows, we can't really, what I'm saying, they don't know who gonna go home, whatever. So I said, look, I'm thinking about after the third or fourth episode, to give you a time to see you, blah, 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 blah. But, in case you go home early, which I don't think it's gonna happen, and we can wait it out. The funny thing is, I was saying in my messages, I don't see you going home before the third or fourth episode. And he could not say, well, I went home after the second one. So I'm going to reach back out to him because I haven't since the episode. Because I just watched the episode last night. So I do want to have him on to have a conversation because I feel like so much was left out between him and the big mama drama stuff or whatever. I also felt like there was an implication that he may have been bisexual. It's just stuff I want to know. So I think I want to have a quick conversation with him. Then I'm going to reach back out to him and ask him when he's available to come on. Hopefully, maybe I can have it up by next weekend. Anyway, but again, Devin came early because Devin likes her and she likes him. But whatever. So we also see Brandy, LJ, Randy, Randall, Trinika, and Justice. Now, Justice walked in bottom. Like, I thought this was going to be a one-on-one. No, sir, it was not. So he walked in surprised to see other people there. Okay, for Taco Tuesday. But again, I still feel like I don't feel like this is a date for her, Sharisa, to get to know anybody much. I don't. I felt like it was her trying to show off her place because she said, I bring the table. I am the table. And that's what I felt from her. Okay. Anyway, they all around talking. Now, Randall, who's in the black shirt in the other corner, says how he did not know what to expect because, at the mixer the other day, she came with the whole, oh, you must be the king shit or whatever. And so when he walks in, hey, King Randy, on bullshit, okay? So they all end up having a conversation about it, okay? Now, she tried to say, well, I never said that you weren't a king. You said, I said you must be a king because they're making you plates. Randall, like, well, no, you did. Like, you said both, actually, okay? And I didn't feel offended, you know what I'm saying? But I felt awkward because it was weird or whatever. Again, Sharice, I was trying to be myself. I think of myself as a queen, and maybe that's why I seen you as a king, you know what I'm saying? But sorry if you felt offended. A part of me still feel like she on bullshit. A part of me feel like she's not really trying to get to know anyone there. I don't see her trying to connect to anyone. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I felt like David was on the wrong show, never right. We'll talk about that in the end. Because what he said kind of shed light on that. Did anyone else notice Justice gave Sharisa a red bag, and when she kicked them out, Justice leave with the red? I did not. I did not. I wonder what was in whatever was in the red bag should have stayed. So I did not. But I mean, as he said, he don't spend money on nobody, and if he brought a body, right there with him. So I felt like this Taco Tuesday did not do anything except show us I still don't care for Sharice and her. And it's like, and I know sometimes it can be editing, but I'm like, you seem like you full of shit. I'm just saying, because it could be you're used to men coming to you, and no one here besides Devin, and a little bit of justice. But I feel like justice is coming for everybody. And saying, but we're gonna see. Now, Kayla also has a group date. Also, because I also feel like we're not getting enough of other people. Because like all the other folks there, I was like, I need more. I need more. Now, when Kayla played for a group date, because she said, because the women have to send a man home, and she has not hadn't had the time to like kind of talk to most of the guys, she wants to have time to be sure she sends the right person home. So she invites Mike, Swayze, and Alonzo, also Jamal and Shakira. But we don't hear too much from anybody except Kayla. Okay, now all of them are gorgeous. They all look gorgeous or whatever. But we see Mike saying how he feared that the other women may think he's already in a coupled up relationship with Brandy, which he isn't. Like he like Brandy. He do. That's what it is. However, I'm like, but you need if you like her, like don't make it seem as if they tripping to think that y'all are more than just cool or whatever. Okay, anyway. But Mike and Kayla saw. And when Kayla brings up how I just turned 30 and saying so it's kind of I'm trying to figure out how about kids and this and that and people she's bringing up stuff that people go through when your family is asking you when you have kids, this and that. And so Mike, who's again in his 40s, is like, yeah, 30 is kind of young, for me. And she's like, what? He's like, yeah, because he's in his 40s, it's because they're older. And so when Kayla said how she wants 2 kids, he's like, yeah. So it's like for him, he like, I don't know. Now Kayla is kind of upset and offended because she felt like I'm 30, yes, but me and you are like we have the same things going for ourselves. I think Mike does not want to indulge in things with anyone he don't really want to be with. So I don't want to say I want to get kids with you because I don't want kids. I really don't. You have to be someone special for me to want kids with you. And I also feel like he just doesn't. I think when he said before how he had been married, he had been. Thank you, Jasmine King, for the cash app. When he brings how he was married before, he wants someone who is where he is in life. I do feel like he doesn't want anyone younger, which I don't see issue with. Because I don't feel like it was a diss to Kayla. I feel like he was just being honest about what he don't want. And like, you're younger, I just kind of don't want to date someone younger. And that does not mean that you don't have things going for yourself. I just think because just of life experiences, we are in different places in life. So, that's young for me. I didn't see an issue with that. I didn't. And I like the fact that he told her that versus like leading her on and knowing that it was going to be. So that's weird for me. Everyone's starting off very separate level of the season, unless the conversations are off camera that aren't seen. I would not say that until like episode 4. Episodes 1 through 3 for me have always been people trying to figure out who they might like, who they might not like. And I feel like once episode like 4 through 6 has happened, there should be more in-depth conversations about what's going on. So I feel like I can't say that yet, you know what I'm saying? Because it's still so early. So that's the weird part for me. Kayla seems to have an emotional wall up. She appears ready, but she's getting too offended too soon. I can see that the only time I felt like her offensiveness was valid was with Justice, because of what he said. But I do think her being offended by what Mike said is like, what you offended for? That someone told you like he just doesn't want to date someone younger because of where he is in life. Meaning he's older, divorced with 3 kids, and you are 30, and you want kids, and that ain't, you know what I'm saying? So it was weird. It was weird. Okay. Anyway, we see Shakira talking with Alonzo, top corner. And even though Shakira had a connection with Samson, she said she also feels a connection with Alonzo. I feel like that should happen. I feel like everybody in the beginning, no one should put all their eggs in one basket. No one. You should really be trying to get to know whoever. Okay, that's it. Now Swayze brings up how his last relationship ended because the lady cheated on him, and she was older than him. She was like 38. She was 38 at the time. I think he was 30 at the time, and so she cheated on him, and so that's why that ended. And excuse me, Kayla then brings up how for her She was engaged the first time, and it was too much baby mama drama for her to deal with. And the other time she was engaged, the guy did not want kids, so that ended. So she's been engaged twice and has not made it to the altar. And so, I'm like, okay, I'll let that be. But again, the fact that she wants kids and the man doesn't, like, that's a deal breaker. That's what happens. Okay. That's what that you're supposed to have a conversation. Okay. Again, that's why I did not say issue with Mike saying I don't really want that younger, because what you want, I don't want no more. So I think her offensiveness could have came from the ex fiance who also did not, want what she wanted. And so Kayla lets Mike and Swayze and Alonzo bowl, and whoever gets a like strike or whatever is kiss, and she kissed Alonzo. Cool. I didn't like how Zoe was rubbing on her like that at the first meetup, but she was okay with it. I noticed that too, and I was like, girl, if you don't like to say blink twice. I was surprised when she said she liked it. I thought she would be like, what are you doing? But I said, if you like it, I love it. I guess so. So we did see all the ladies meet up at the lounge, okay? A nice little lounge, come and chatting shit, and see what's gonna go on, okay? Now, sitting there talking to Tommy, Jamala brings up our connections are with Rando and Swayze. Who wrong by it? April also likes Randy. I'm like, what? I was surprised that so many women like Randall, because it was Jamala, April, even Trinika said she had a great connection with Randall. Trinika actually said that she walked in with Randall to what's that girl name? To Sharice's party. And so she's like, we have a connection. I was like, girl, okay, claim your man, okay? Now, Kadian says Swayze. And then, wait, let me tell y'all the people, because I'll be forgetting who people is. I got to see faces. You hear me? What are you at? Boom. So, yeah, Jamala says Randall and Swayze. April says Randall. Trinika says Randall. Kadian says Swayze. Brandy said Mike. That's my man. Shakira goes, Shakira made me cry. I was like, why am I crying? What's going on? So Shakira brought up how she likes Samson because he made her feel like her being a single mom was an asset. Okay, she brought up how, she's been through so much and she carries guilt for what she's allowed her son to go through based on her decisions. But Samson did not judge her when she told him some things that had happened. Now, we don't know what happened. We didn't get to hear that. But the fact that she was crying about it, and we saw the other women also feeling bad too, it must have been something. And I like that she felt like I was able to openly talk to him and he didn't judge me. So I like that. It was really, really right. And then when Ternika in the confessional, like, emphasized and had so much empathy, she emphasized her empathy for Shakira, and that to me was so amazing because of how much I don't like Charissa or Sharice because of her. You know what I'm saying? It's something about when someone sees another woman having this emotional situation, to not have some kind of reaction is weird for me. And so I do wonder what happened for one, because she was so emotional. And even when Samson said in his confessional how, she opened up to me, and I'm grateful that she, trusted me, to take in that information. And it also seemed like it made him like her more because of how, I guess it's how honest she was or whatever. That was cute. Rando seemed like a regular guy. No, right, he do, and that may be why he's moving, the best in this kind. Because I'm like, Rando is the one everyone like. Okay, ladies, yes and okay. Yes, I liked it. So, who else? Who they did not like? So Kayla, of course, said Justice because Justice is an asshole. Okay, but she said I do not know. She's like I'm here for marriage, so I don't know if he's ready for marriage or even if he's here for the right reasons. I'm like, girl, that's a lot. And surprisingly, Sharice says Devin because he came to her house empty-handed at Taco Tuesday or whatever, and he seemed nervous and everything, and then someone else like he was sweating, and we did see in the confession he was saying that when he gets nervous he sweats, and then he feels judged if he's sweaty, which makes him sweat more. Devin is such a handsome man that seeing him you would assume he's one way, and then we realize, oh, he is like the way he looks isn't how he is. So that was one thing for me. So April says Mike that he looks great, there's not a connection, and the others say because he's divorced, he has 3 kids, and to him not knowing if he wants kids or not. And the ladies kind of not dispute, but they kind of talk back and forth about what he told me he did. It was weird. So they can't figure out if he does or does not want kids. But more people said Devin, whatever. So we know the bottom 2 was Devin, and I'm like, damn, Devin and Mike, really? But after seeing Devin, I got it. I got it. Okay, I was like, okay. So Devin met with Kadian, Mike met with Brandy. Okay, now with Devin and Kadian, I was like, my hand is itching. I was like, is Devin bisexual? Only because when she asked, I said, is he bisexual? Is he bi-curious? Is he just fluid? Because she asked him how many people's numbers did he exchange, and he said with the men and the women. And I'm like, are you talking to men too? But I said maybe he meant just on a friendly level. Men, he could be friends. So I'm like, maybe I'm tripping. So I was confused. That's something else I want to ask him about. So he said, well, 4, but I think it's because he said, I do not like rejection, so I don't approach people. And this is the kicker. He said it in a way that wasn't arrogant. He said, there could be some immaturity, but it's also because it can be a lack of self-confidence. And I said again, looking at Devin is an attractive man. He has a great body. He has a handsome face. So I assumed he was this confident, sexy man or whatever. And to see him admit how he's nervous around people, he does not approach people because he is a lack of confidence in himself. And he fears people will reject him. At one point, he did say something like him saying I was able to express who I was. And I'm like, well, who are you? So again, it was these little nuggets of things being dropped that I was confused about what happened or whatever, but I don't know. But he also brought up how he sweats, he's nervous or whatever, he jokes too much at times. So there's all these things about him that I felt like, okay, he isn't this confident, handsome, attractive, well-built man. There are parts of him that he needs built up, and I felt bad for him because I felt like people sometimes assume gorgeous people have the best confidence and are so strong-willed, and to know he walking around here and he lacks his self-confidence, I'm like, damn, that's a fucked up thing because he not even aware that he's probably a cool person. And when he brought up how when he sweats, he's nervous because he's like he's being judged. I'm like, damn, that man probably walking around all day just sweating because he's so nervous. So it made me feel bad for him or whatever. So he also brings up how he also says, I feel judged, which makes me sweat more when I'm sweating. And I was like, oh God. So Brandy and Mike or whatever, she asked him, like, are you open to marriage and kids? He's like, do you want kids? She said, well, yeah, I want 2. He said, well, I guess I have 5. So again, I feel like Mike is willing to bend for someone he likes. And if it's someone he cannot see himself with, he don't want to fake it. So I like Mike with Brandy because he do seem like he's being honest with her. But I also feel like you can't just say you want kids because you would have to really want kids and not fake it with her. So I'm hoping he ain't lying just to stay there. And she tells him how the women just want him to be more open. You know what I'm saying? He just seems so closed off. And I was like, sir, that's not bad. So between the two men, Devin go home. Okay. But he said based on how he is, he gets it. He gets the people did not get him or whatever, so he's fine. But I still feel bad for Devin. I'm like, oh, poor Devin. Poor Devin. Yeah, you sent me a DM photo of him, and I was first when I did not look. I can't even post it here, because it's dick galore. But Mike's IG is thirst trapping, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? He may be used to being the only chip in the cookie. He always used to take it to. He's always used to that. He's always used that to his advantage. Okay, Devin does not like to be touched with. I thought was weird. Yeah, he's about to. I have to talk to him. I really want to find out some things from that man because it was weird to me. Devin, you're right. Devin needs time to work on him. But he did it for the outside, but he really needs it on the inside. Right. Because he looks amazing. But he ain't right mentally when it comes to his own self-confidence. I'm not saying he has any mental situation. I'm saying mentally, emotionally, spiritually, on the inside, he's not there. You know what I'm saying? And that's bad. So I was like, oh, poor Devin. Devin. But I also want to find out what's going on with that damn kid. Because he was also on the ID talking about the kid. He said, because he was saying something like, it's not that he does not see the kid at all. It wasn't that. He was saying something about how the girl was like, would call the police on him. And it was all this crazy shit that would go on. So I wanted to get that full story to see what's really going on. But I don't know. Mike is so chocolate and fine, but toxic. I agree. This based on the one photo I saw. I said, what is the dick? Why is your dick out? Not out. But why is the print so why the print protruding out of everything? But again, he's staying, him and Brandy will see where that go. But I feel like, sir, get out of my face right now. Okay. Anyway, that was all for Ready to Love. Okay. Take a second, like the video, and come back so we can we can get into Belle Collective. Because y'all know liking is the thing to do. Belle Collective Season 2, Episode 2. Belle Collective Season 1, to me, was a bit of a shit show. Season 2, in my opinion, is still a bit of a shit show. I'm going to watch it. But I'm trying to determine, am I still in review this shit? I don't know. Okay, it depends. Y'all know for me, I just, because so much stuff come on Fridays, I'm like, I just need it to be worth it. I need it to be worth it because it'd be foolish around me, around them, around these things. Okay, but let's get into Belle Collective. So we see the episode starts off where the last one left off. Letitia is still up there talking to Glenn. I don't understand a couple things between them two. Because I feel like Glenn is like, that ain't my baby. But he has not gotten a DNA test. I'm like, how can you tell someone the baby ain't yours if you have not had a DNA test to prove it isn't yours? And the crazy part is he brings about he's been reaching out for years because the affair happened 8 years ago. So the baby has to be like a fucking it's the baby's like 7 by now. Because if you cheated 8 years ago, take 9 months to make a baby, the kid about 7, okay? So the fact that he's been reaching out for years, but he did not tell Letitia that it was a possible baby from this affair he had back then. And that's why she's so pissed, okay? But I need my wife back. I need my wife. I love my wife. Want. You know, you're my everything, you know what I'm saying? I don't want my son growing up in a house without a father like I did. Well, sir, why wasn't you thinking about that while cheating on your wife? It's weird to me when people say, I don't want to not be with my family, but go out and do dumb shit that causes them to lose the family they didn't have to lose if they was cheating. That's what's crazy to me, okay? Now, Letitia, like, look, Glenn is a liar. He's a great liar. He's been lying to me for a while or whatever, so I can't trust what he say. And my thing is, if you can't trust what he's saying, why ask him a question? Because you feel like what he said is a lie. So I don't want to ask you shit because I feel like you lying to me. You're a liar, okay? And it's just like, girl, bye. Wait, let me scroll back up what y'all say. Season 2 was a mess. I don't believe the storylines. I'm enjoying season 2 so far. Episode 2 was a trip. Right, Marie would not be invited to not none of my events at all. Not ever, ever, ever. If we gotta go through more of these brunches with Marie acting up, I pass. Right, where is JJ? Where is JJ and old girl? Okay, Fred Separate said it the best. You big dummy. Okay, it's just it's right. I want to cheat in peace. I want to cheat in peace, and I want you to allow me to cheat and not make me leave you. Okay, or not have you leave me. Now, Letitia also brings up, she tells him, like, I want you to operate as a grown man who is married and loyal to your wife, would keep their dick in their pants, okay? Until then, I cannot come back to you because you're on bullshit. But whatever you do in the meantime, in between time, that's on you. But you're not going to play me. So she say, we're going to see how things go. I was like, girl, get out my damn face. Get out of my face. I don't like it. So we see Latrice. Latrice is at her shop because, you know, she waiting for things. She said that she see her shop is growing and growing, and how, you know, she can't wait to grow out her. Well, you know, she's growing out of her salon. You know, she be selling out of product all the time. You know, stock is out of the wigs of the day. You know what I'm saying? She wants to grow and glow with her business, and a part of that would be, you know, making sure our shit runs right. But they in that little place or whatever, and stuff is breaking. Okay, she got this breaking, that breaking. She did call Cliff down there. So Cliff came down there, fixed the little water thing. Cliff fixed whatever, the heat, whatever, all these things. But you know, I was like, girl, bye. Okay, I feel like when your business is growing, you should not be in a place that you're having consistent issues. So I feel like you should not be out of stock on shit, because when you see the demand is growing, order more product. Not a whole lot more, but a little bit more, so you're not running out. I'm just saying, okay? And also, the water ain't working. If the heat not working, get the hell out. Okay? Sue the landlord and go, okay? But anyway, so, you know, Cliff come down, he fixes, that daddy, he the fixer, he's the handyman, blah, 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 blah. Now, Cliff also wants her to move locations because he feel like that this is a very urban neighborhood that she is outgrown. For when she used to be selling weed out the back of her car. And I said, okay, if you think so, good. Okay, so, but Cliff's point is, you've outgrown this location, move somewhere else. She does not want to abandon her roots. Okay, what you started at, I'm my girl, you can still have a little place there, but leak, right. You had a water issue last season. You can't keep doing that. It doesn't make any sense to me. So if your business is really growing like that, you need to grow with it. You should not be having these same issues, not any consistent issues. There should never be a consistent heating issue, a consistent water, plumbing, bathroom leaking. All you should not keep having those at all. And sometimes people will stay in these urban areas because it's cheaper to rent there, and so you're not spending that much money, and all the money you make is profit. You know what I'm saying? And moving locations does not mean that you're abandoning where you started. You're growing from where you started. You have to want to grow. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay. Now they discussed her and Daddy discussed if she's gonna go to Letitia's brunch. No one should want to go. High vibe. The whole reason I used this photo was to show the prices of the hair. Because I was like, oh, her hair, in my opinion, isn't even that expensive for a bundle. But I have to remember that's just to buy the hair. That does not include if you have to get it done and made a wig and all that stuff. So even buying the hair flat out, those prices aren't bad. You know what I'm saying? Not if it's a good quality weave or wig. You know what I'm saying? It's not that bad at all. I'm like, okay. So that was that on that. Anyway, but with her and Cliff talking about if she should go to Letitia's brunch, I said, Latrice, no. No one should ever go to Letitia's brunch. Letitia's brunch is always in bullshit. Always. Always. It's stupid. Now, when Cliff said, well, I think you should go because I think Marie, should be on her best behavior because she's friends with Letitia. So she probably going to act up because that's her. I said, Cliff, did you not watch last season? Did you not see all the shit that happened? I guess not. Okay. Now, Latrice says, first of all, Marie is manly. I said, bitch, not manly. Why is she manly? She said Latrice is manly. So she gonna always eat the food. And you know what I'm saying? But this time I ain't taking no shit from her. Like last time I did, this time I'm not. Last season on episode maybe 1 or 2, at Letitia's first brunch, when Marie came at Latrice for hair that she bought from Latricia's shop, that she then gave to a hairstylist to make her a wig, and the hair she got back from the hairstylist was not the same, and she went at Latrice about that, was stupid. And the fight or the argument at the first brunch last season was dumb. Period. And I blame Marie for last season's bullshit. You hear me? But whatever. Yeah, she has hair vending machines, y'all. She has hair vending machines, okay? That was smart. Very, very smart. Very, very smart. You know what I'm saying? So I'm my girl, kudos to you, okay? But she should know Marie's full of shit. So I like her saying she not taking none of Marie's shit this season. It's gonna be on bullshit. Okay. Now we see it was Letitia meeting up with Marie with Tamber and Tisha. But the first conversation was with Marie and Letitia. Whoever told Marie to come out the house in that wig is not her friend. Okay. And I want to say why. Now, y'all know I always say I do not come from nobody looks, from what God gave us, because we can't help what God gave us. You hear me? But God did not give Marie that wig. I know Marie is saying, blondes have more fun. Girl, if you don't take that goddamn Party City wig off, what is wrong with you? I don't like it. I don't know what in the Betty Boop of slavery time is going on your head. I need you to stop. Take it off. Don't do it. It don't look good, mama. There are plenty of blonde wigs that you can wear. They look great. That shit look like a Party City Halloween wig. It looked plastic. Okay? It looked like the hair on baby dolls. Okay? It looked like the hair on Cabbage Patch Dolls. Okay, what is you walking around? I was like, did she really come out here and this? And I just, it don't look expensive. And for a person who says they're a multi-million-dollar brand person, that wig, you can't tell me that wig costs any more than $10.99. And it aggravates me when I see people on these shows in these bad wigs. So I feel like, are you trying to be funny? Are you trying to make jokes? I don't understand what's going on. I didn't like Letitia's wig because I felt like Letitia's wig, it gave her forehead a mustache. I don't know what. Look, I'm not much of a wig wearer. I do have 3 wigs that y'all gonna see me in on camera eventually. You hear me? This right now is just too hot, and I ain't got time. And I don't understand giving your edges or making your edges be a mustache. I don't understand it. I don't understand. And it's weird. And sometimes I feel like for Letitia's hair, her wig, is more that however her hair is under that wig, it looks lumpy. It looks thick. I don't like it. I feel like when you have wigs on, it should not look like it's a mini afro under the wig, and that's what I got from Letitia's wig. And again, I do not like when people get a wigs a mustache around the edges. It just doesn't make sense to me, not at all. And I think for her, it looked like it's a glued down edges for me. I just don't. I don't like it. And I had to be honest. I could not. I can't fake it. I just look because she's had better wigs. I don't understand this one. I don't get it at all. Anyway, so Marie brings up how hard it's been for her, with her mom that moved in, with her the kid mama who was killed is all a whole bunch for her to deal with or whatever I'm saying. And when Letitia said, I'm here, you need me because this too shall pass. I was like, bitch, death don't pass. Not this too shall pass. I was like, girl, whatever. Okay. I was like, I guess so. And I also feel like Marie, to me, puts on for TV. And I think because real life is happening to her, she don't know how to not look like she going through some shit. But by trying to not act like you're going through some shit, you're looking worse. And I think she needs to be more authentic. And she's not being authentic enough in what she. Because my thing is, if my grandson's mama was murdered, you know what I'm saying? Because the baby mama it wasn't a car accident. You know what I'm saying? She was murdered. She was shot dead in a car with the baby in the back seat. I would be like, well, damn, I hope whoever came to her. You know what I'm saying? I would just like that's not something like, oh, whatever. And I just don't like the fact that I feel like she's going to use all of that to act out simply because she's not going to want to address what she's going through. And maybe the wig is a part of what she going. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Now Letitia says how she tired of put up with Glenn shit, and she's outgrown him because he treats it like we're still teenagers in high school, and that ain't what it is. Because I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired. And Marie, well, I know because I Cedric cheated on me, and I was also tired of him. It takes a lot to walk away, and blah blah blah. So they had that little conversation. Okay, now Tambra comes in, and we meet newbie Akeisha. Akeisha is gonna bring some drama for a lot of reasons. Okay, I like Akeisha. Surprisingly, I like her. Because Akeisha said in her confessional, I am the real queen of Jackson. I said, well, who's the fake one? I said, if she the real queen, who the fake queen? Honey, is it Tim? Is it Letitia? Now, she brings like she has all these roots in Jackson, from her family to how she owns a building on Fair Street. She owns land there. Like, she's like, I have roots in the ground here, all that. Like, I'm from here, my parents, my grandpa, all these things, whatever. Now she's married to the dude who played football in the NFL for 10 years. So they've been moving around or whatever. And so they're kind of coming back to Jackson, not because he's retired. They went and opened a restaurant in New York where he's from, and now they're going to open up a restaurant in Jackson. So she for sure is like, these women are acting like they're from here. No, I am from here. I am from here. I'm about here. I have family history here. You know what I'm saying? And this and this and this and this. Okay, I was like, girl, she let y'all know. Now, at the table, she brings up how this. She talked about her roots in the city. Okay, this, that, this, that, this, that. And I was like, I'm liking her. Like, she's very much so braggadocious, but I felt like, at least in this episode, it wasn't a braggadocious in a way to offend other people. Just, I think she's probably such a person used to talking about what she has in those kind of circles. She assumes it's the same as this. And I'm like, they're not gonna like you. And they're not gonna like you. Mainly because it seems like she's doing shit that they're talking about. And because she's gonna keep talking about it, they're not gonna like it. I don't think they're gonna like it. So at the first scene, I like her. It's cool. If y'all hear music playing, my neighbor cut the music on, I don't know if y'all can hear. So if y'all hear that, it ain't me, it's them. So Marie, like, ooh, she talk a lot and saying she got light eyes. So it's a saying, like, if someone talk a lot and have light eyes, you can't trust them, whatever, you have to watch them. I'm like, well, that's not whatever. So when Keisha asked Marie, well, what do you do? And Marie, well, I own a home care agency. You know what I'm saying? I also do hair. When Marie said she also do hair, bitch, this was Akeisha's face. When Akeisha looked at her hair, like, bitch, you do hair? You? Are you sure? You do human? Girl, I cackled. When I cackled and I rewound it and I kept watching it. Because I was like, Lord Jesus. It was just, because, I mean, looking at the wig she had on, it do seem like, your hair don't look, that's not a good wig or whatever. So I was like, Lord Jesus. Now, yeah, the light eyes comment was giving colorism. It do seem like that, okay? Don't trust anybody. Well, I was like, get out my damn face, okay? Right. And sharing accomplishments and achievements, is not necessarily bragging or boasting. She didn't seem like she was trying to one up anybody. And I agree, Queuing, because I feel like when you are amongst women who you assume are also women of, they're also doing things, you do share what you got going on. Because that's the field or the area that y'all are. To me, it made sense. And I didn't think she was bragging, but we can tell other folks did, honey. And I said, they not gonna like her. Simply because she speaks about what she has going on. She speaks about what she has going on. And I just thought, I liked her. That's just me. Okay. Yeah, that was also the first time I ever heard Marie say she did hair. I was like, girl, do hair where? When? How that happen? When? So, yeah, when Marie say I do hair, please watch it, because honey, Akeisha was like, bitch, what? Are you sure? You do your hair? I don't think so. It was just, I laughed because it was an honest reaction. Okay, but I'm leaving that be. Right. And the purpose of the brunch was for them to talk about what they can all do together. Because if Letitia wants to have these brunches, if Tamara works in, social media or radio, if Marie has these multi-million dollar whatever, I don't know, and if someone who has roots on the ground, okay, boots on the ground and roots in the ground of the city, why would y'all not want to know what all she can do? You know, but I'm leave that be. I'm going to leave that be. Thank you, Ashley, for some chats. The problem is that Tisha and Marie want to be the only ones bragging about what they had going on, but Akeisha is what they think they are. Yes, I fully agree. Fully. Because when Marie then brought up how she also had a hairline, a makeup line, and a fashion, what she said, a fashion, I'm like, a fashion design line. I'm like, when? When did that happen? I ain't know about none of that. Who does that? Okay. Now, Marie, in my opinion, Marie kept trying to bring up more and more things she did to make it seem like she also had shit going on. Marie brings about, I'm also open up she's opening up the methadone clinic. And how, my family, we had that going on. And then Akeisha then said, oh, really? Because the city that Marie said it was going to be in, Akeisha then said, "Oh, I have a family member who started an addiction clinic in that same city. Like we should like link up or whatever." I feel like if you are opening a methadone clinic in a city, and my family has an addiction clinic, why would you not want to have a conversation about what can be had? That's called networking. You're supposed to want to network, okay? Period. Especially as Black women. But I'm gonna leave that be. You don't always have to collaborate, but you can also just recognize, oh, we kind of have things in common. But Maria, like, I feel like Akeisha is trying to validate herself, but she don't need to. I don't like her vibe, and I did not feel like she's trying to validate herself. I do feel like when she's talking to other women who supposedly has these businesses, she like, well, I have stuff too. That's what I got from it. Yes, and she was bothered. She was bothered. And that's crazy to me. But I'm gonna leave that be. Okay. And I also feel like someone telling me what they have going on or how they also know someone in that field, that's fine. I don't care because again, what you do and what you have going for you don't mean shit to me because it does not stop me. And I felt like it's like y'all making it seem as if y'all in competition. Y'all not in competition. She just know people who also do things within the community. Whatever. Okay. Now, when Akeisha brings up how her husband had to go home because his mom was sick, the mom had lupus or whatever, and they had to handle those things. You know, Marie, I have because Marie has lupus. I have lupus as well. I have a lupus walk every year. Blah blah blah. What I do. Akeisha, oh wow, we have a foundation too that raises money for different diseases, including lupus. We raised about I think it's like $1 million. So to me, it did not come off as let me one up you. To me, it came off of, oh, we're kind of in the same walk. We have things in common. Because I brought up my mother-in-law's lupus battle. You brought up yours. So if you then brought up what you had going, I was like, girl, it was it was like whatever. But Letitia also felt like, Akeisha, what these names. Letitia, Latrice, Akeisha, Marie, girl, Lord Jesus. Letitia felt like Akeisha was trying to one up Marie. So I don't like that. I was like, oh, now Letitia get in on the beef with Akeisha and whoever. It's too much already, okay? But she invites all of them to her brunch she's having because it's a woman empowerment brunch. I'm my girl, fine, okay? So we then see Marie and her mama having brunch, okay, or lunch, whatever. Her mama or whatever. So her mom, who has been living with her for the past 3 months, her mom is fresh out of rehab. Her mom has always been on drugs her whole life, basically. And Marie brings about, even though her father was there and raised her, she still missed her mom, which is we know that's a thing. And she's talking to her mom about how, mom, you not being there, dad has to lie and make up things as to why you weren't there until you could not lie anymore. It hurt me. I really want my mom there. And her mom, like, look, I wasn't in the right space, the right mindset, or whatever I'm saying back then. And but you always ended up being in the right place. This based on who you are now. Like you went through what you went through, and now you are who you are. Now, a lot of parents who were either drug addicted or whatever wasn't around like to make it seem like, well, because you still turned out good, me not being there was kind of helpful. It's like, no, ma'am. No. But also get who knows how Marie could have turned out if her drug addicted mom was around to kind of bring her down lower. You know what I'm saying? So it's a catch 22. But Marie has the right to express how mom not being there, hurt her as a kid or whatever. Okay. So Marie also brings up how she didn't really get any of that until she opened up her substance abuse center last year. And she realized how, how hard it is for folks who are really addicted to drugs or whatever to like live a whole normal life. So her mom brings up how, well, for me, you know what I'm saying? I'm better now that I'm with you. Okay. Like my life has been horrible, but living here with you is a bit better. Now they bring up how the mom relapsed recently. Okay. Disappeared for a whole week, came back with a black eye and a cut on her head or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck is she out there doing? But y'all know when folks are older, out there doing these drugs or whatever, shit go left. Okay, and Marie can't understand. Not the British court wigs. Oh my God. Yeah, I hate Marie's wig. Hate it. You hear me? Hate it. Hate it. I can't stand it. It's just not the thing for her. And people can wear whatever. You can wear what I don't like that wig, but that's on that lady, okay? However, Marie brings up how, her mom, like, I took you out of the hood, but you still go back. And the thing about it is, for drug addicts, you really have to understand they be about that drug life, okay? They get clean for a while, and they have to be the one who wants to be clean. And if your mom's, of her whole life, she's been on drugs, if she not ready, no matter how many nice suits you put her in, she gonna go back to crack or whatever drug is. I don't know what drug is. Okay, so when the mom's like, I'm an addict. I'm an addict. I went where I was not supposed to be, and things happen because I am a drug addict. I'm gonna try to be better. Okay, but I'm an addict. Okay, and it's a catch-22 because I agree. It's like most people who work within the mental health realm and who handles things with drug addicts is fully aware how hard it is for some addicts to actually kick the habit. Like that sometimes it does not happen. So, girl, just stop. And yet you're an addict for life every day. And if she's only been out of rehab for 3 months, that's nothing. That's nothing. But again, the mom has to be the one to want to stay clean. And mom seem high in the damn scene. On something, mom don't seem sober right now, but Maria's also aware, mama, you relapsed. And mom like, I did. I'm gonna try to be better, but because I'm a drug addict. That's what it is, okay? But let's get to Letitia's brunch, which I thought was crazy. Now, a few folks get there, okay? Now, the funny thing to me was, this is supposed to be a women's empowerment brunch. And Marie said how she did not feel like going because of everything going on in her life, okay? But she went anyway to support Letitia. I feel like it's not even, in my opinion, a real brunch. This is a dinner of people, okay? To me, this was not a real women's empowerment brunch or whatever. I just don't look. I have not seen her have a real brunch on camera ever, last season or this season. Okay, but Letitia invited who she invited. Marie did not want to come, but came anyway. That's gonna be crazy. When Akeisha walked in, Akeisha said, "I thought this would be like a real big brunch, considering how she, boasted about it being a women's empowerment brunch. Because usually when you have an event, it's more than a few people there. And so when she walked in, it's like I walked in, it was a large room with like 7 people. I said, girl, not 7 people. But it was like 7 people when she walked in. And I think some folk will see her as being really fucking shady. And I see it as shady, but I also like it because I can agree. Like I thought it would be something bigger, but that could be based on what she's used to. And we know if Letitia don't give big parties, she doesn't. And that's no tea, no shade. She just does not. Okay. So when she walked in and said, "I thought it would be a big brunch, and there's 7 people in here." Okay, and this large ass room. You did not even need a. The fact that the room was so large is what made it look stupid. You could have had a small, intimate, 13, it was like 13 people there by the time it started. But I feel like you did not have to get this big ass room for this little reason. You know what I'm saying? You had one long ass table. It was weird to me. I'm like, what's going on? Okay. Anyway, but again, she is like Akeisha would not hold shit back. Then Akeisha was like, my plate is dirty. I don't want to eat food. I don't want to put food on a dirty plate. Like who wants to eat food on a dirty plate? Now Latrice's plate was also dirty too, and Letitia goes, why is she tripping? Why is she up here hating? Maybe some dirt or some dust from the fly from whatever else flew onto the plate. Either way, I don't want to eat on that shit. Okay, and she also complained about the food, like the waffle looked burnt. Letitia, like it was hating. It was hating, but it's the same shit I would say if I was somewhere and I was just like, it was funny to me. I did not take it like to heart. I was like, look, if I come to your event and my plate is dirty, excuse me, can I get another plate? This plate is dirty. Because who wants to eat on a dirty plate? Who wants to do that? And then when I keep to say, let me know, because I can go find the owner and complain if you need me to. And when Tisha said, well, let me go figure out who the owner, I'm like, how do you not know who to contact about dirty plates at your event? Girl, bye. I was like, I loved it. Because what other folks would just accept and not care about, I keep saying, not me, not on my watch. Not on my watch, okay? So I loved it because she came like, this is some bullshit. You got me out here in my nice outfit and this little ass, in this big ass room with this little ass table. Okay, it's some B of the S. Okay, so I was like, I loved it. I loved it because, in my opinion, I don't know what Letitia does. In my opinion, she keep having these brunches and don't shit happen but a fight. And it's supposed to be this women's empowerment, but it be the most basic stuff she do. Okay. Now we did see Latrice walk in. Honey, and when Latrice into that room, when I say Marie's whole demeanor changed, she kept drinking water for some reason. And they was like, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Now, this is my thing. I would never, ever let anybody who I don't fuck with rattle me in public. I would never allow you to see me be just bothered by your presence. I would never. And to me, Marie was so bothered by Latrice just walking in. I was like, girl, not on my watch. I just could not do it. And Marie's thought process and how, well, Latrice tried to ruin me, blah, 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 blah. I was like, I don't think she tried to ruin. I think people sometimes take these shows too serious and then put 20 on 10 and can't move forward. Because that's really what it was, in my opinion. Okay. So the rest of the episode to me was mainly about the 4 ladies. It wasn't even about the whole table. Okay. It was about Marie and Latrice, and then also about Akeisha and Letitia. Okay. So they started talking about, stuff. This is supposed to be a women empowerment brunch. And so when they get on how, the whole Fair Street stuff, which the teacher still ain't did shield Fair Street, okay? And she like, I was trying to do stuff about it or whatever, but I kept hitting these roadblocks. And then when another friend brings about she's working with Akeisha to bring Fair Street back because she owns, land and property there. Um, Akeisha brings up, my goal is to just get the women here who have businesses, like to get them a spot on Fair Street. I'm saying that I don't want to keep talking about the shit. I don't want to keep having conversations about it. I want to get shit done. And I can respect her saying, let's not spend a whole season. Let's not keep having these brunches talking about what we want to do. Let's put some action into what we're saying. And I was not offended by what she said. Oh, but Latrice was. Okay. Latrice, well, that's probably because you was given land. Okay, you had property already on Fair Street, so you had like a leg up. And I was like, even if she did, the fact, in my opinion, that the teacher tried to buy or rent or acquire the most expensive piece of land, the most expensive building, the most historic building on that street was her downfall. There were so many other buildings she could have gotten, but she tried to be flossy and bossy and wanted that big ass building that she did not need. And I was like, truthfully, what you should have done was pick a small location and started there. You didn't want to do that. So trying to make it seem like, that Akeisha has a better starting point because she already had a building there doesn't mean nothing. You could have got a building that you could afford, but you wanted to pick the old, run down, needed a lot of remodeling building to floss, and that was stupid. That was dumb. That was idiotic. Okay, so it was weird for me, and for me, I'm like, the shade is clear. The shade is clear from Latrice to Marie to Akeisha and to Letitia. But I feel like Letitia was offended or trying to battle with Akeisha for no real reason besides Akeisha like, I don't want you talking. Let's do some shit, okay? Now, when Letitia brings out how we're gonna pull a name from a hat or bottle, whatever, and then we have to say something positive about that person, I'm like, that's so childish. Why are we at a women's empowerment brunch and you up here pulling names and want to say something? That's not. I feel like if you want to have a women's empowerment brunch, it should be way more than that. Have some testimonials, have people speaking about what they've endured to get to where they were, to encourage people to be better. That's the thing to do. But to say, hey, let's pull a name and let's all say something good about it. No, oh man. So I feel like Letitia never even has a real reason to have these brunches. It was just stupid. So Marie, like, I ain't playing the game. Like, I'm not, like, I plead the fifth. I don't want to say shit. I'm saying I'm only here to support Letitia. That's it. Which makes Tisha mad because she feel like Marie is not being supportive. But Letitia, why are you asking her to say something good about everyone when you know she beat out and she's pissed off at Latrice? That's dumb, in my opinion. Tambra, like, man, look, I don't know why Letitia keep poking the bear. Even if you have the best intentions, why keep poking Marie when you know she gonna snap? Cause that's what Marie do. Okay, now Marie gets upset. Like, I gotta go. I gotta leave. I can't be here. I can't fake it. And she gets up, walk away, crying. I'm like, why the fuck is she crying? What happened? And they're like, why is she mad? Like, because again, no one said nothing to her. She just bothered at the fact that Latrice is even there. Okay? And she gets up and she walks away. Now Akeisha then say, is this how it always go? Is this how we have watches? And Latrice said, yep. This is what happens. I was like, oh, okay. It's just weird for me because I feel like, let's see, not Carlos. Carlos went up Fair Street will not be like Martell still don't have a license. You know what I'm saying? At all. The teacher needs to work on her brunch. She does. something needs to be there. Okay, exactly where are the young ladies from? Right, who you inspiring, and who are these other people, and why is that room so big? Is not many people in there. Okay. In Marie's defense, and I say this with the understanding that she is incredibly immature at 41, she did say that she didn't want to participate. And I get that, but this is my issue with that. If you do not want to say something positive about Latrice, that's fine. But I feel like you cannot speak on Latrice and speak on even your friend who next to you, or even speak on Letitia. I felt like she was trying to have a moment, and she didn't need to have a moment, because you can completely ignore Latrice and still be a participant in the ladies' brunch. So that's the issue I have with her. But I also feel like Letitia, this be poking, she be fucking with that lady. A part of me feel like Latrice liked them fighting because it happened last time. And again, I feel like if Maria and Letitia are that close, you should be aware of how she feel about Letitia. I'm sorry, be aware of how she feels about Latrice. So I appreciate her saying I don't want to participate. I get that, but I also feel like the event isn't about Latrice, and you should not allow Latrice to alter you having a good time at your friend's event. You helping Latrice make you look dumb when you make it about her. Because in my opinion, if you that upset, you should go home. But I do think the way I don't want to participate. I have to leave. I have to go. Like, it made it a scene. And you could have easily, Letitia, you are an amazing, blah, 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 blah. Essie, I love, blah, blah, blah. That's all I have. And then at that point, if they keep pressing her, okay, then you're doing too much. I said my two people, leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like Marie be doing shit to get attention to herself. The same way she did last season. But I also feel like Letitia could have moved on from it. I just think, you know what I'm saying? She could move on from it. And I hope she know she made herself look bad, in my opinion. Because it's like, girl, to stop. So when Ree gets up and she leaves and everything, and we see Letitia go after her, whatever, I was like, girl, what's going on? So Marie, like, well, Latrice tried to ruin my name. My mom was on drugs. My grandchild mama didn't die. I have a lot going on. And I agree. She has a whole lot going on. I fully agree. And I'm like, that's why you should not have been there. And then she bring up how, and I wasn't ready to be around Latrice because she tried to do all this last season. And no one get why she pissed, because again, no one has done anything yet to offend her in the room. Now, so Gucci, Sophia, but I don't want to see, no, I don't see why Letitia's following behind Marie. Akeisha said, I don't know, like, how you leave all your guests to follow behind her who will be an actor. Like, that make no, like, it's supposed to be about this thing here. It's negative shit. It's just negative stuff. I don't get it. Okay. Anyway, I'm working on it. I'm gonna send an email. So let's hope. I'll be open to interviewing Akeisha. I'll be open to interviewing Marie, only if she's honest about how she's a bit messy. You know what I'm saying? She's a bit messy, but I would be open to. I would be open to all of them. But I just need them to not be, you know what I'm saying, on no BS. Like, I need to just fully be what it is, okay? So, Latrice bring, like, I just don't get, why I didn't spread any rumors about her or whatever. I'm saying Marie acting like a whole child. And I do feel like it was a childish way to make it seem like I'm just so upset. I'm so upset. Letitia and Marie is in the bathroom fully fussing and arguing. Fully fussing and arguing. It sounds like they're fighting. And so Marie, like, I don't want to be around her. She tried to ruin me. She took part in ruining me. I lost patience and clients behind what she did. And last season, when a lot of people accused Marie of Medicaid fraud, a lot of people accused her of lying as far as what her business was. A lot of people did that. It was not just Latrice. I think Latrice is also, I think Latrice is also like this believed it. But it wasn't just her. So I feel like you can't blame, in my opinion, you can't solely blame Latrice for people who believed, what it was. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's a part of being on the show. You can't blame a castmate for how the fans see you and how fans of the show would then dig up information on you. That is kind of, that's the effed up part about being in the industry. So Letitia, like, well, you my friend, you can't come here and leave. You made me look bad or whatever. You said you was being dramatic and whatnot. She said you out here giving these hoes something to talk about. I mean, who's the hoes? Who's the hoes? And the whole time at the table, they all looking like, do they know we can hear them? Like, we can hear them. Keisha is like, I can't, like, is this how an empowerment brunch work? Like, this what it is? I would look, they're fussing, they're fighting. I never want to come to another brunch again. Honey, please don't, because this is what it is, okay? This is what it is, okay? Right, but where's the real tea on her issue with Latrice? Latrice no one turned her in. It was a lot of stuff that's on social media. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of stuff on social media that people had questions about what she was doing. And there was an investigation, but it did not, that stuff was going on just on, if y'all thought Huntsville was crazy, that's how they was when the season ended last year. It was folks put up all kind of stuff about what happens, yes, Kayla was also in on it, honey. Kayla, who she was the Caucasian woman last season who were friends with the dentist, like who damn I can't think about. But it wasn't just Letitia. And that was the crazy part. But she's trying to include it that Letitia was a part of it. It was really Kayla. But I mean, y'all been fussing, fighting at a women's empowerment brunch. I mean, yelling, screaming. I was like, girl, just stop, okay? And then when Letitia goes and get Latrice, asking her to have a conversation with Marie to squash things, like, I don't need to talk to her. Like, I'm good. It's because it's really Marie's issue. But she convinced her, well, let's come talk to her. I'm like, girl, look, in my opinion, Marie will always be messy. And I think because of what else Marie has going on, she just can't focus on what she needs to do, which is heal off camera and get out our face, okay? But I mean, that was the whole, because it went off with them going in to talk wings we have next, okay? So that was it, y'all. That was it. I hope y'all liked the review. I'm about to go shut up because my throat is getting really, really dry. Okay, I hope y'all enjoyed this review of these two shows for Ready to Love and also Belle Collective or whatever. I will be back around here at 11 p.m. for an after show chit chat after P Valley. P Valley comes on at 10. So the live after show chat will be at 11. I might do that from my bed. I don't even feel like pulling up no screenshots of it. So it may just be a whole conversation and that's it. Honey, I'm tired. Okay, I gotta think that. No, anyway. So thank y'all for being here. Hope you had a great time. Okay, with this foolishness. I will be back next. Well, yeah. I'm always around. Okay? Do not forget to follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner, to subscribe to my channel, so I'm JayBird. And y'all know to like the video and stuff. And I will talk to y'all later on. Peace and blessings. Be safe and talk to y'all at 11. Bye.